What's up? What's up? It's your boy Corey B. So I wanna clarify something because it was trending just a while back and it's trending again, and I think it merits merits a discussion because I feel like people are looking at it from the wrong perspective, and that kind of itches me the wrong way. So people always talking about the top 1%, the top 1%, the top 1%. Okay, but people talk about that, but they really never give, most people never really give actual thought to what that means. Okay? Abigail Disney is someone that's been trending. She was trending a few months back and then a few weeks back, and then I just saw her trending earlier today once again. She's speaking out about how and she's very polite and very kind in this, so it's not, this is not an attack on her. This is literally just, I think some things need to be clarified because I think people need to get a better accurate perspective of how things really are. Okay, so Abigail Disney is someone who, she's got bank, okay? She's got wealth, and she's aware of that, okay? As the great granddaughter of Roy Disney, the girl was born into wealth, okay? She spoke very highly of her financial advisors and the people who were in her life from the time she was a child. She knew these people from the time she was a child, and they continued to try to encourage her. She said they never outright were pushy or anything, but they encouraged her to basically get more wealth. But she also spoke very highly about them being very loving and very kind people. Okay, they're very loving and they're very kind. And she said, in her words, what she felt was wrong was, if she's already got more than so many other people, if she's already got more than she needs, then why would she want more? Well, the reality is at any given point, I mean, obviously when she was a child, these people were probably appointed to, be in her life and things like that from, parents down the line, whatever. Whoever was her parents or legal guardians or whatever assigned these people at some point. But as she got older, she had the choice to keep them employed in her life or tell them to seek employment elsewhere. I'm sure they wouldn't, after having been financial advisors to the great Disney family, I'm sure they had no problem picking up employment somewhere else. They had quite the legacy to, I worked with Disney. So they could easily transition that into a new job and do different things. So if she was really so concerned about where her finances were, and if they were advising her, maybe like she felt like, oh, well, I don't need more. Okay, well, you don't have to have more. You don't have to go for more. But the reality is, first of all, I'm a person who, I see things that way. I see God has infinite blessings for us, and that may not be monetary. I think in most cases it's not, but in some cases it is. In some cases you are blessed financially, and you can use that blessing to help other people who may not be blessed, So I see, the reality is that anybody who's doing their job well should be helping you excel, whatever it is. If you get a personal trainer, I don't care if you're, in the best shape you've ever been in your life, you're 46 and yet you're in way better shape than when you were 26. If you hire a personal trainer, they're going to continue to tell you, you could be doing better, you could be doing more, you could be healthier, you could be more fit, because that is their job, that's their focus. Now, if you have a personal trainer who's advising you that you could be leveling up your bankroll, you have reason to question them of where their motives, their intentions, and if they're actually doing their job well for you. Now, if a financial advisor is advising you, hey, you really shouldn't be eating that, you might question them. It's like, okay, are you looking out for me? Are you working from some kind of agenda? Or are you judging me? So at the end of the day, you have people in your life and they're paid to be there. Their job is to help you level up. Okay. So again, this is in no way an attack on Abigail. I just think that with her kindness, she's not looking at things from the right way. She feels that these people were being kind, but telling her to seek more than she needed. She could do whatever she wanted with that extra. She could donate it to the church of her choosing. She could donate it to charities. She could go around feeding the homeless if that's what she wanted. She would be free to do whatever she wanted, but she's in a position to continue to level up and continue to make more money than she's making. Why wouldn't she go after that? There's plenty of ball players who sign multi-million-dollar contracts and then they get offered bonuses for doing certain things. They go after that bonus. You could call them greedy, but if they turn around and turn half that bonus over, Mike Daniels played for the Green Bay Packers for years, and he had a foundation in Green Bay where every year he took a whole group of kids from this certain neighborhood that were a little underprivileged. He took them shopping right before school every year. You can choose whatever you want to do with your blessings. But saying that you shouldn't be trying to better, you shouldn't be trying to rest and say what you got is enough. Maybe what you got is abundance, so share it. But is it enough? If you're not applying yourself to get more, then what are you really doing? What are we doing all this for? Okay, now to segue back into something else that I want to talk about is this idea of the top 1%. People think when you talk about the top 1% that we're talking about Elon Musk. We're talking about Bill Gates. We're talking about Zuckerberg and, Buffett and these people. But the reality is those people aren't the top 1%. They're not. If you actually look up statistics and stuff, you really look up statistics about populations across the globe. The globe. If you look at populations across the globe, you look at what people are making, you look up the top 1% on the planet, if you're making minimum wage in America, you've already hit that mark. Now that's pretty bleak. It's pretty bleak when you look at some people who are making minimum wage and they can't. Some people wouldn't even call that a real living. Some people would say, oh my gosh, how do they even afford their kids because they're making minimum wage? But the reality is that the majority of the world is surviving on less. We're in a consumer-driven economy that our economic structure is based on things being inflated to prices that are unreasonable. And this has happened over time, and I'm not going to get into that today, but the reality is if you really look at statistics and compare us to other countries, if you have a job and you're working full-time and you're making minimum wage in America, you're already in the top 1% of the globe. I know a lot of people are going to throw shade at this video and they're going to just dismiss me based on that statement alone, but check the facts. It's a real thing. It really is. So, with that being said, I just want to say that ultimately, if you wake up in America, count your blessings. If you wake up with air in your lungs, count your blessings. And if you wake up and you have more blessings than you know how to count, share the wealth. Don't say, why should I try a little harder? Say, how can I help somebody else? How can I bless somebody else today? Who can I love on that needs some loving? Who needs a meal today? Who needs shelter today? Who needs food? Who needs clothing? Who needs warmth? What can I do differently? What community? If you're blessed beyond abundance and you're like Abigail Disney and you're like, I got more money than I could ever know what to do with, and I feel somewhat guilty that I've already been born with more than I need, who can you bless? Is there a community? Is there a foundation? Is there somebody that means something to you that you can be like, hey, you know what? These people I'm going to give to. I'm going to care for these people. I'm going to love on these people. All right. I don't want to come off like I'm preaching at you or nothing. I just want us to really think about this, because a lot of people get bitter on social media and stuff, and a lot of people get up in the mainstream media and we hear about that 1%, that 1%, that 1%. At the same time, people are complaining that minimum wage needs to be raised up. And I'm not debating whether minimum wage needs to be raised or not. I'm honestly just saying if you're making minimum wage and you're working full time, you're in the 1%. All right. I got nothing but love and respect for y'all. I'm praying for many blessings upon all y'all. I hope y'all have an amazing day, a blessed night, week. I hope God keeps pouring blessings on you and you can bless some other people. Be sure you subscribe, ding that bell, get your notifications. Stay tuned. I got so much more coming at y'all. Let's talk about this. Let's discuss. If y'all got comments, please leave them below. Some of y'all know how to contact me. If y'all don't, hit me up on Instagram, beingcoreybayless.com. Just find me. All right, let's talk about it. Have a good night. Later.